Hi, it's John Stewart bringing you Chiefs Huddle. Chiefs Huddle is new this year. Basically, what I'm doing is bringing you thoughts of every single week. And I know I started late, but I just kind of got the idea and hunch. I've been a season ticket holder since I was 16. I'm 18 now, but I basically just share a huge passion that every other Arrowhead fan loves. And if you've never been to Arrowhead, get out there because I'm telling you, it is an experience. It's third downs, December. It's cold. Everybody's just congregating together, and especially last year was a big year for us. And so basically, I'm just gonna bring you the Chiefs huddle every week and give you my input. And this first segment I'm gonna start out with is gonna be called My Play Call, and I just wanted to touch on a couple things. Um, as far as position battles go, I feel like those are all gonna play out in preseason. I think as far as the only ones I really see happening right now, I would go with my biggest ones are Justin Houston and Andy Studebaker, and my next one would be Barry Richardson and Jared Gaither. Now, Justin Houston, a lot of people downed him coming into the season because he showed up to camp late. He failed the drug test for the combine, and it can be frustrating as a fan to get all hyped up and be let down at the same time. It's very emotional roller coaster, if you will. But my own personal thought, I feel like this guy is going to be a steal. And, he is first round caliber, and I feel like he's really going to produce. Um, I don't see him starting week one. I really don't. But at the same time, I can't see him not taking over Studebaker's job. He's young, athletic, and he's just built to be. And I'm not saying Studebaker isn't, but there's just when guys are gonna be good, and I have a hunch about him, and sue me about it. Sue me. I don't care. So that's pretty much just what I'm saying is if it was my own decision, I would go with Justin Houston. I'd start him at week one, and I know that's probably not the possibility. I know it's probably not smart, and I know Studebaker's the veteran, but man, I got faith in this guy. I really feel like he's going to turn around. He got mentors with Dwayne Bowe. He, had a drug past. He's fine now. See if he can help him through it, and, things are in the past, and he was a young kid. My next one I want to move on to is Jared Gaither and Barry Richardson. My gosh, Jared Gaither. I mean, I read up on the guy a little bit. 6'9", 340. I mean, if you just get in the way with that body, I mean, and I hear he's Pro Bowl caliber. So, I mean, it's really, you know, um, it's really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's really exciting to just see Jared Gaither come to the Chiefs. You always want that big, intimidating guy on your side, whether he's good or not, to just, give you that extra feel. Barry Richardson, I always been a fan of Barry Richardson, and if anything, I'm just really excited about the depth um, that this team can have there, and the interchangeable parts. It's nice to be able to throw in Barry Richardson for Jared Gaither, or if Brandon Alberts needs a break, you throw Jared Gaither in for him. It's very exciting and nice, for a change to kind of be a little better on the depth chart there. Not quite to where I want to be, but almost. So that's nice. And I'm gonna move on to segment two, and it's called the opening drive. I just want to talk pretty much about the Bucks preseason game, and I know we're almost moved on. Yes, I know I'm late on this and everything, and I'm sure everybody shared their take on it. But uh, just like many of the other people, have never ever put in stock to a preseason game, especially when Todd Haley's the coach. I mean, this guy, he knows what he's doing. I really have faith in him. Um, And it's depressing that people have to pay this money to go see this, and a glorified practice session. But it's true. I mean, that is what it is. And it's really it's business. It's football, and that's what they have to do. They have to see if they can find some depth somewhere, and if people can play. And everybody's competing for roster spots, so you got to get them to play. And God forbid Jamal Charles, pulls a hamstring and is out for till week 2, or you know, uh, just anything like that. Matt Castle breaks his arm because a defensive lineman falls on him. Just stupid stuff like that you just can't risk it at this time. It's just not worth it. 25-0 is, it's not fun, but I wouldn't put any stock into it. I really wouldn't. And personally, I think people who do bad in the preseason, most of the time they do pretty good in the regular season because they know what they have. They just need to find out, what depth they need to get. They need to find out who can play. They have their players. They just need to find out who else can play. I mean, and then I guess Patriots putting up 47 points, but they've always been a showboating team. So I'm just going to end with my final score. And that'll be my last segment. And basically, it's just my thoughts on where the season's going. And personally, if I could honestly say a record right now, and I don't want anybody to judge me for this, but go ahead and leave comments. 9-7, 9-7, and I am the most optimistic Chief you will ever meet in your entire life. I'm telling you, I'm the most optimistic Chiefs fan you'll ever meet, and the older I get, the more realist I become, and I think we might have a possibility to wild card. I really see the Chargers wanting it more, and I know that sounds terrible, but they didn't win the division last year. They're just hungry. I feel like they're a hungry team. And now they did lose Sproles. They lost a couple of their receivers, Legadou Nane, Malcolm Floyd, I believe. But I see them wanting it more. And I just don't know how we're gonna, I'd really like to pull it off, and I think we might be able to split, but I don't know if we're gonna win the division. So that's it. If I could give you a score on the preseason game coming up with the Ravens, even though I don't really care about the score, I just want to watch the game, make sure everybody's playing right, and Jonathan Baldwin has a great game, and Justin Houston gets a sack, and Alan Bailey steps up, and Rodney Hudson starts blocking. All that stuff can happen. Be happy, and the score could be 40-0. Them, I don't care. But if I'm gonna throw out a score, I'm gonna say the offensive line steps up a little bit better. I'm gonna go 24-17 Ravens. 24-17 Ravens. So that would be my take on it. Thank you for stopping by and watching Chiefs Huddle. Please subscribe. And that's all I got to say, man. Go Chiefs.